It don't even feel right not being the women's champion. I mean, I don't mean to sound vain or nothing. It's just how I really feel. I gotta get my way back to the top. Lord knows I'd do anything to. Oh, what the hell is this chick looking at? Johnny Money wants me to meet him here. I hope he don't stand me up.
Alright now, Pasadena. I know that you said you didn't want to team with me, but you and me have some unfinished business. Still cage match tonight. I can't get out of control. Alright, I thought about it. But this the last time I'm gonna trust you. Don't mess this up. I bet you think that you're really something, Raylan, because your man won. You think you're better than me? Well, you're not. I'm much better than you.
Girl, there's nothing between me and you but air and opportunity. I don't care about you being taller than me. You better watch out.
You're the one that better watch out, Raylan. As far as I'm concerned, you and me deserve a matchup. Because you think you're better than me. But you're not better than me. I'm Tasha Vandana. I'm beautiful.
Girl, you just got yourself a match. I guess I'll see you tonight. Because I am not afraid of you.
Girl, it's so good to see you. Who, me? You happy to see me? You know it's good to see you, girl. I'm digging it. I'm digging your whole style and everything, girl. You got it going on, girl. You rocking. I appreciate it. But you know what, tonight? I mean, you have a huge match up against that crazy girl, Carmen. I mean, she tries to kill people in her matches. Girl, what you said ain't nothing but a thing. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get down and I ain't going to let that girl crush me. I got that girl out of my hands and out of my head. You understand what I'm saying? Girl, you are so tough. I'm just going to stay here and wait for Sasha. She's going to be here. We're definitely going to be out there to support you. Girl, you know that I'll support that, girl. Because guess what? We are BFS for life. All right, then. See you, Summer. Bye.
Welcome to another exciting edition of NXTV Live. Terry Williams alongside of Gorgon Gordon this week. And there's the new champ, Jackie Briggs.
So great to see her. Great way to open up NXTV Live this week.
Who's ready to party? Woo! I swear, guys. I swear, this feels so good. Just being out here the way I envisioned an entire year ago. I mean, you know, I feel like this is a special time in NXTV. And I don't want to spend time, wasting you guys' time with stupid talk. But it's just that it's been a long time coming, you know what I'm saying? And finally, we're here with your girl, Jackie B, as the NXTV Heavyweight Women's Champion. It's the way it was supposed to be all along. Hey, wait a minute. Hold the phones. Shannon, on her way out here, and Jackie, the new champ, does not like being interrupted here. Well, Shannon lost the best of 7 series to Jackie Briggs. And it was the night that they were supposed to fight that Jackie won the title. Thanks for nothing, Jackie. Thanks for all these fans for that great fanfare. But I've got something to say. Because it turns out that Miss Jackie here, ever since she's got that championship, has gotten the big head. You know what, girl? I don't even have time for it. You're just wasting my time, and you're wasting everybody else's by coming out here to interrupt me. You hear that? These people think that you suck. I mean, I know that you probably beat me and all, but remember, you are just a newcomer, and I'm a troffer. So let's say you and me go at it when everything is actually on the line. This is a snooze fest. Shannon, listen to me. Not only did I beat you 4 times in a row, but I made you tap 4 times in a row. What? Watch your mouth, little girl, because I'm fairly sure. Shut up, I'm talking, you stupid idiots. The bottom line is that I'm better than you, and on a grand scale, if you had any guts, you defend your title against me, or go away. Shannon, you know that you're biting off way more than you can chew. I've already proved it. What does 4-0? What about that don't you not understand? I mean, it's clearly obvious that I'm way out of your league. So maybe you should be the one to run along. You are a stupid idiot. Shut up. Every girl that come out here that stands across from me and we have these conversations, I usually hit them over the head with a microphone. I don't know why you're so lucky, but it's probably because you're our new champion. And I have respect because I trough. Unlike these humanoids. Are you going to say something interesting? I'm just waiting. I mean, ever since I came out here, I've had something to say. I just wanted to come out here and celebrate with all these people. But you think that you can do something to destroy my confidence, and so far, you haven't. So go ahead. Keep trying. There's only one way to prove who the best is, and I've already done that clearly. 4 different times, Shannon. The only way that you can beat the best, or the only way that you can be the best, is if you beat the best. And that's exactly what I am. I showed you that. So, why don't you just go away, Shannon? A war of words, and Jackie stands tall as Shannon wants to get a title shot, but I don't think she's gonna. And when we come back, one-on-one action between Summer Rae, who's going to be accompanied by her BFFs, Sasha Banks and Shannon, And she's going to be going up against one tough cookie in Carmen Jimenez. NXTV Live starts off like a rocket ship. Up next.
She knew Max Factor's high-definition lipstick gave her lips bold, brave color. But then what?
From across the restaurant, the stranger watched her eat, laugh, and smile. When her companion finally left the table, she carefully mouthed the words, "He's my brother." Impact.
Max Factor's new high-definition lipstick. Bold, brave, true. Lips they'll listen to. Max Factor International.
And now for something different.
New Domino's Thin Crust Pizza.
It's really something.
We're talking thin crust pizza, a crispy, crunchy crust pizza. And with all your favorite toppings, it's a whole nother taste in a whole nother way. In other words, all right, put that snap back in your life. Now, with any thin crust pizza, you'll get an order of Domino's Twisty Bread free. New Thin Crust Pizza with a twist.
Something for nothing when you call Domino's.
It's thin happening.
Back with more NXTV Live.
You're in the mood to play a little jazz?
And here comes a very brutal force that is not to be overlooked in the women's division, Gorgon. It's Carmen Jimenez.
Well, you haven't probably seen her in many of the recent weeks, but she has many fights on the underground, and she's a part of the NXTV and XTV Proving Grounds. One tough cookie, and many people may remember back, she was the first ever NXTV Women's Champion.
She's got Summer Rae, who's going to be competing for the first time here on NXTV Live. And she's accompanied by Sasha Banks and Shannon.
Three very confident women. We saw her speaking at the top of the show.
Well, we've seen her in action, in tag team action. She's teamed with Shannon at a special event that took place at the Seminole Heights Gymnasium. And they did well for themselves. But how well will she do up against such a tough competitor like Carmen?
There you see, accompanying Carmen is Tyra and Andre. Came up a little short up against Sketch, who's going to be here a little bit later on in singles competition up against King Taurus. And what's interesting about that matchup is because King Taurus is actually the #1 contender.
Taurus has won enough matches to be the #1 contender, and if he can knock off Sketch here tonight, that'll definitely put him in position, or he just may get bumped down. Just taking a look at the NXTV Top 10 rankings. Tyra and Andre right there at the #5 spot. Justin Jr. at #4. And at #3 is none other than Johnny Money, the All-American champion. Gorgon, can you imagine what it would be like if Johnny Money met Sketch, those two high-flying styles?
It would be an absolute tremendous effort as we see Carmen use her martial arts style. She trained at the School of Hard Knocks. Oh my goodness! Her and Tyra and Andre. She's now the widow of Derek Knox. And now look at this. Summer Rae just bamming the head of Carmen into the ring. And, well, it's not very fancy, but it's effective.
Effective indeed. As Shannon, or excuse me, Summer, throwing the elbow And miss again now, Carmen. Attending to this crowd as Summer Rae flat on her back. She's got her friends there. They're keeping an eye on Carmen indeed. Bounces off the ropes, nice drop toe hold, and Sasha Banks likes what she sees. Of course, these fans not very impressed with Summer Rae. It's just so much happening in the world of NXTV after the very successful Modern Day Classic. It's got more eyes on Modern Day Classic than any NXTV event in history. It absolutely lived up to its name. And tonight, in our main event, Terry, where there was no finish to the tag team women's match for the titles, tonight, Rihanna cannot mess things up by losing her temper as she did at the pay-per-view, because for the first time here on NXTV Live, there's going to be a steel cage and all four women will be in the ring at the same time. It is a huge main event signed by Miss Martha, and you have to think, I think Sasha Banks just not slid in a steel chair. You have to watch that. As Summer almost got a victory over Carmen Jimenez, I would think that that would be an upset. And Summer now trying to use that steel chair as Shannon caused a distraction, and Carmen just drops a knee right to the back. Oh, and look at this. Oh, look at those blows by Carmen Jimenez. Oh. Standing roundhouse kick. And down goes Summer. But Summer showing some resiliency here. I gotta say, I'm very impressed. Still to come, we'll be talking to the NXTV All-American Champion, Johnny Money, getting his thoughts on his matchup against Kevon. And now look at this. Summer stepped to the outside of the ring. She's regrouping here, and Carmen letting her do it, but as soon as she comes in, she just rushes Summer. And now what's this? Carmen's got her up on her shoulders. Oh my gosh! A kick. That was like a move that CM Punk would do, and that did it. A very dangerous woman in Carmen Jimenez. Summer Rae really tried everything that she could, and her friends helped her with all the tactics that they possibly could, but just the raw skill and the dominant nature of Carmen really prevailed here, and I really thought it was going to be over here, Terry, when she went for that pin, and it probably would have been wise for Summer to go ahead and stay down, or she wouldn't have to feel that move, which would be her downfall in this matchup. And Carmen picks up the victory. She looked tremendous out there. Something that Derek Knox will be proud of. And you see the BFFs not very thrilled about the outcome. A huge jam-packed show we have here. Stay tuned for more, guys.
NXTV's Modern Day Classic was all that and more. The women's NXTV Tag Team titles were up for grabs as Pasadena and Rihanna went up against Akira and Tia.
Tia started things off very crazy, just beating up on Pasadena and dominating the first half of this matchup.
this wouldn't be the first time that the action spilled to the outside of the ring.
And then you'll see Akira Ray just with that loose screw diving onto Pasadena.
Rihanna would get involved into the matchup after finally making the tag and proving herself to be a formidable tag team partner.
Action dumps to the outside of the ring again, and Akira just beating the tarnish out of Rihanna.
A back and forth brawl outside the ring, and this got out of control. Take a look at Pasadena knocking Akira right off the top rope.
Rihanna almost getting counted out and making an end just at the 9 count, and then connects with a backstabber that would almost end the match.
Tia Ray back into the matchup. Big Trap sliding in a steel chair. Ow. Back and forth. Rihanna back on top. And take a look at this. Big Trap following through Rihanna, hitting Tia Ray with that steel chair and plans to use it later.
But it wouldn't be. Fast forward to the end of the matchup, Pasadena getting down to help her partner. All 4 women outside as Big Trap looks on. And all hell is breaking loose.
Rihanna throwing Pasadena and Akira into the steel rail and crashing through.
This match would end in a draw as none of them could get in time. And Rihanna seemed very proud of herself, but Pasadena was furious.
Which leads to tonight's main event in a steel cage.
When 2 city kids rescue a wild horse, they become the most heroic outlaws ever to ride into the West.
We're real cowboys!
The critics are calling it one of the best family films of the year. Into the West, rated PG. Now playing at a theater near you.
Making dinner?
Yep. Tough slaving over a cold salad bar, isn't it?
Yeah. Mystery dressing. Glad I've got my ranch.
You should try this Kraft Ranch. It tastes great.
Really?
Yeah. Here, try a little.
Cool, creamy Kraft Ranch.
You're right.
It's the great taste that makes it Kraft, America's house dressing.
So, you gonna need all this dressing for yourself?
Well, there is enough for 2.
Travel to the realm of the miraculous and the extraordinary with host Larry King, live Saturday, December 9th on TNT.
Magnetic resonance imaging.
Ever think about all the procedures we do in hospitals?
Electrocardiogram?
Who knows when you're going to need one?
Laminectomy.
For many of these procedures, you want access to the best hospitals. And for procedures like
Ultrasonography.
Some of the best hospitals are part of HMO Blue. HMO Blue, with the quality care of Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Now you can buy famous designer suits. Perry Ellis, Lancia, Cricketeer, Franco Tossi, Ralph Lauren Chaps, and more, with great prices, starting at 2 suits for just $3.99. And expert tailors right in the store. Where? At Floyd Discount Executive Clothing. So don't make the same mistake I made. Come to Floyd Discount Executive Clothing.
1 minute to the right off Route 95, exit 5, North Attleboro. Open 7 days, weeknights till 9.
Back with more action here. This ought to be a very fast-paced match, as Manuel will be going one-on-one up against Ricky Inzaguri. Inzaguri was a part of NXTV's Modern Day Classic in a bonus match up against King Ricochet, and he came up short. Now looking to prove But he's a worthy competitor in the ranks of NXTV, and he's got a huge task on hand, Gorgon. He's taking on the first ever NXTV champion in Manuel.
But there's one thing that these two men have in common, and that's the fact that they have not been on a great winning streak. And so somebody has to cancel the other one out here. It's a very important match for both these men.
Manuel, very young, 16 years of age. It's the youngest age that you can be here in NXTV. And there he is. Always very impressive. Ricky Enziguri.
Very interesting characters in the both of these men.
Ricky Enziguri says that he gets his name from the fact that he always has to bounce back in life. He says he feels like he's always fighting from underneath.
Well, that seems to be the case. After he came off of that loss and saw to be very tremendous, both of these guys have everything that it takes to be right at the top. They're great performers. As Manuel starts things off with a standing swinging DDT there.
Snapmare, or snaps the neck there, does Manuel. And now Enziguri finds himself face down, trips Manuel. Now Manuel in Enziguri's place. Into the buckle.
Both of these guys so fast-paced, but I would think that, they want to fill each other out. But both of these guys are hitting some pretty impressive moves to start things off, and they see Manuel already making a terrible mistake, as did Enziguri.
I completely agree with you, Gorgon. These guys have to take their time with each other. They both have so many high-flying moves, so many innovative ways to beat their opponent. That's a nice reversal by Enziguri. Sits Manuel on the top turnbuckle. And what's this move?
Behind him. Oh my gosh!
And follows it up with a lion salt. Manuel down.
Enziguri waiting. Probably not the best course of actions, and it's kind of a cheap shot when you say, Terry, running up behind a man and kicking him in the back.
Well, as long as it's in the confines of the ring. If the referee says it's legal, it's legal. Right elbow by Manuel. Let's see if he can get back in this thing. Enziguri reverses knee right to the skull and a body slam.
And Enziguri now with more of a deliberate pace as he sweeps Manuel. Now working on the inside of the leg.
Manuel with the right hand. Going for the neck breaker. What's this? Enziguri reverses and turns it to one of his own. And he's very proud. Now in the top corner there, or middle corner, waits on Manuel, and beautiful drop kick off that middle rope.
Wise to go for the pin there. Only a 1 count.
Good determination on where your opponent is, Terry. Going for that pin. Not necessarily to win the match, but to know how damaged your opponent is. And now look at this. Off the top. Manuel now, who has a huge following as well, getting these fans live. Here on the Tampa Theater, beautiful move. I thought he might have held on to that move. Manuel exploding off the top. Enziguri goes for another body slam. Beautiful German suplex reversed by Manuel. And now he may be in control of things. It certainly looks that way. Knee to the chest. He takes the action back into the inside. Enziguri throws the arm there. Oh man. Missing the 450 splash. Rolls up. Referee a little slow there. And that time Enziguri got a 2 count. That referee being a little slow probably gave Manuel just the time that he needed. As he uses a unique neck breaker there. Off the top this time and misses the elbow. And now it's Enziguri with a splash onto Manuel. Great action we're seeing here on NXTV Live. Backstabber. Enziguri goes for the cover. A 2 count and a 3. Great win for Ricky Enziguri. Very, very strong victory. Enziguri looked very impressive. Former 2K17 champion. He was actually the first. As he pulled out some very unique moves. Great moves by Manuel coming off the top rope. The head scissors into the roll-up by Enziguri. Got a near fall. I think that kind of confused Manuel. Then Manuel came with a high-risk maneuver of his own that he missed. Enziguri capitalizing with that backstabber. And that will be the finish of Manuel this time. Well, Manuel continues his losing ways, but a very strong performance in Ricky Enziguri. Congratulations, Ricky. Up next, Raylan meets Tasha Van Dana.
Tuesday, when DJ falls asleep at Steve's apartment, Dad crashes the pad.
Oh my gosh!
It's Midnight Madness on an all-new Full House. Then,
How do I look?
Angela's got a hot date.
Well, it's just like Cinderella.
Cinderella got to go to the ball. She doesn't.
Until Coach Lou cools things off.
All right, don't make me turn the garden hose on you, too. I scared the pants off him. I would have made a great father, huh?
Maybe for boys.
An all-new Phenom Tuesday after Full House.
America, this cream of wheat thing is out of control. You started adding berries, but soon you went bananas. You went coconuts.
Cream of what?
And kids have started doing raspberry jam. If we don't get a grip, imagine what could happen.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer battery. It keeps going and going and going.
The world is waiting outside. Inside, there's the good taste of Smucker's. Jams are naturally fat-free, under 20 calories per teaspoon. A good way to start your day. With a name like Smucker's, it has to be good.
All right now we're standing by with the NXTV All-American Champion, Johnny Money. Johnny Money, can you hear us?
Hear you loud and clear, man.
All right, the big question is, how are you feeling after all these weeks of grueling competition here on NXTV?
That's what I came here to NXT for. I came here for the competition. This is where the competition is, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Well, that's awesome, man. But one of the big questions that everybody has been wanting to know, J Money, is exactly if you did have the opportunity to defend your championship up against anybody, exactly who would that person be?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about it, who my next opponent might be. And, there's been kind of a bitter, kind of aching feeling in the back of my mind anytime I think about who I've been up against. And that little nagging feeling is the fact that, I never beat Apollo Crews. And I'd like to face Apollo Crews. So, Apollo, if you're listening, if you're out there, next week on NXTV Live, I'm willing to defend my All-American Championship if you just give me that rematch, because that's my only loss here on NXTV. It happened in front of the entire world. They gave me the main event spot, and I always just, I was always not happy with that performance. Even though a lot of people say that it's one of their favorite matches of mine, but I wanted to kind of have a better start than that, and I want to prove it next week. So, Apollo, if you're listening, man, from me to you, friendly competition. I'll put my belt on the line, and yeah, man.
Well, that sounds absolutely awesome. J Money, thanks for your time. Best of luck to you and your All-American title run, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks, Terry. Talk to you soon.
Well, there you have it, folks. The All-American champion, Johnny Money. And he wants to go one-on-one up against Apollo Crews. As meanwhile, the beautiful Tasha Van Dana will be challenging up against Raylan Harry and Corgan. Let's take a minute to realize the size and mass of Tasha Van Dana. Well, she's a whole lot taller than all her opponents. She just towers over Raylan. She towers over all her opponents. And she has everything that it takes to be the women's champion here in NXTV. Tasha, of course, taking exception to the fact that her man lost to Johnny Money in that All-American Championship matchup. And Raylan is not going to back down from a fight. Oh man, check this out. TVD. Tasha Van Dana. And here comes Raylan. Definitely wants to get back in that title picture. Check her out, Corgan. Absolutely a star. Fans abroad love Raylan. She has a huge glass of water in front of her here tonight. I mean that literally. How great it would be for Raylan. She could knock off Tasha Van Dana and climb back into that women's title picture. I know it's bugging her. Well, she lost her rematch. Which is unfortunate, but here we go. A huge
Huge order, as I said here. Look at that. Look at that size difference. And even Raylan, oh man, a bit apprehensive, but she grabs the arm. And Raylan going right at Tasha.
Back elbow. Raylan Irish ripped off the ropes as Tasha ran at her. Raylan with the arm drag. And now Tasha with one of her own.
Kick, and man, look at this. Tasha just rushing Raylan with that brute force, as she says all the time. And, oh man, a German suplex. Raylan came to fight.
Raylan showing no signs of ring rust. Hasn't been in action in a couple weeks. Oh man, and runs at Tasha and gets tossed high. And drops on her back and did a huge headbutt.
We have a brawl between these ladies. Right arm. And a kick to the leg there. Look at the size of Tasha Van Dane as she lifts up Raylan.
Raylan goes right at her. Raylan is not afraid to fight anybody. Oh my gosh. And just bungees right into the front row there. Tasha. Oh, Raylan just bust her bottom. She's got to be careful out there getting overhyped.
She can't allow something like that in a matchup of this caliber, especially against a beast of a woman, an Amazon like Tasha Van Dane, as she has a camel clutch hold onto Raylan. Referee up to a 7 count.
Raylan very much so aware as she catches Van Dana with a triple combo. Incredible effort we're seeing here. Now look at this. A cross arm breaker. And Van Dana now with a snap mare. Gets out of the hold.
It's going to be very hard to get such a hold. A rope break. Raylan got the foot on the ropes. Tasha not wanting to acknowledge that.
Great ring awareness on the 1 count. Putting the foot on the ropes, and Tasha drops that big body across Raylan's chest.
Oh my goodness, Terry.
Van Dana now throws Raylan into the opposite corner. Oh, and Raylan hurt herself.
She keeps going there. Raylan is non-stop.
Like a pit bull, and now look at this. Throwing those kicks into the midsection of Tasha. Kicks her head off. 2, oh my gosh. Raylan can't believe it.
Well, I think that it's going to take a bit more to knock off Tasha. And now, Boston Crab by Tasha Van Dana, trying to get it locked in. Raylan crawling.
Fights her way out. Missed that kick. Tasha just blocks it with her great arms there.
This match is a great match, just as Kevon versus Johnny Money was.
And look at that blow right to the head. Van Dana dropping the knee. Oh, nice reversal. I'm not sure if she got all of that. Raylan is all the way in this thing. Went for a roundhouse. Oh man, and Van Dana comes with a clothesline there. European uppercut. Raylan has got so many strikes. And that may be the third time that Raylan has hit Tasha with a German suplex. And again, works the arm. She could snap that arm out of nowhere. As Raylan let it go. Tasha missed, and again Raylan catches Tasha, stomps the back of the head, and a dragon sleeper locked in. She could get maybe a little bit of a better grip there, Terry. It wasn't fully locked in. She's got to get her arm around the chin, but Tasha's so huge that it's hard for Raylan to catch her, as she went for a right hand, and then Tasha caught her with a headbutt, and the beautiful Tasha Van Dana does a little posing. A very arrogant attitude she has. And Raylan kicking Tasha, oh man, and gets dumped over the top rope. She's so big and powerful. Raylan has so much tenacity. Van Dana's down, and Raylan watching her from the apron. What is Raylan thinking? She tried earlier on to catch her with a rear end of sorts off the apron. Was not very successful, and then she missed the axe handle smash just then. Raylan is just so feisty when it comes to this in-ring competition. Oh, look at this. Van Dana power bombs Raylan. And look at this. Oh my gosh. Raylan is tapping out, but Van Dana has her outside the ring. It's all that weight, Terry. She made Raylan tap out, but it was outside the ring where it doesn't count. Oh my gosh. What a great matchup we're seeing here. And Raylan throws Tasha Van Dana. Oh! And again. What was it? A senton splash. And this time Raylan catches the double axe handle. Has Van Dana dazed. Oh! And bumps Raylan's head right up against that steel. Look at that. The size of Tasha just stepping across the chest of Raylan. And now Raylan throws the foot. Referee up to an 8. Both these ladies get in the ring. Raylan went for something. Tasha grabbed her. And now look at this. Tasha doesn't want to get kicked. She went for that kick. Oh no. What is she going to do? Oh my goodness. A suplex from the metal rope. Can you imagine if Tasha went all the way to the top? As she disrespects Raylan. No, no. Choke slam. Oh. And Raylan is down, and Tasha adding injury to insult. And look at this. Oh. Raylan with her kicks. Trying to chomp down that big girl. Kicks her right into the head. Raylan hooks the leg here. 1, 2, and 3. Tasha Van Dana goes down, and Raylan gets the last laugh. Oh my goodness, what a competitive fight we saw here between these
These two tenacious women. Oh my goodness, look at that. Bandana powerbomb Raylan. And then made Raylan tap. And look at that kick right to the jaw. Tasha Bandana was seeing little birds. And she probably still is. Raylan. And now, mocking Tasha Bandana. What a victory for her. She is not worried. And she's just making like that was nothing to her, as impressive as that match was. Very impressive. You earned it, Raylan.
Wanna feel good? What's the good, the bad, and the not-so-ugly Cowboys? Weekdays at 4 on TNT Hot.
For Richard Nixon and Henry Kissinger, peace was at hand. But behind closed doors, the wars raged on.
You tell Henry to talk to no one, period.
I did not come to Paris to fail. I came to end the war.
You're the best, Henry. I don't trust him.
Ron Silver. Beau Bridges. Kissinger and Nixon. See the world premiere Sunday, December 10th on TNT, the best movie studio on television.
Across.
Let's play. Yeah.
It's as easy as tic-tac-toe, but a lot more fun. Toss across.
Bandit, you won.
Toss across, a Tyco classic game. Fun lasts forever.
Concerned about the quality of your drinking water? Get a pure water filter. For healthier, better-tasting water, make sure it's pure.
The idea of spending my...
I was having dinner at Richard's, and he was talking about our future.
We could run away and have great adventures together.
And I began to think about what it would be like. Only I wasn't with Richard. I was with the overnight delivery guy from the office.
After all, we're soulmates.
And it struck me that maybe it was time for a really long talk.
Here's to each and every day. Sutter Home.
Even a tiny amount of carbon monoxide could have hurt my baby. It's invisible. You'll never, ever know it's in your house. I mean, we thought we had a safe furnace. If we wouldn't have had the first alert detector, I wouldn't have a family. I wouldn't have a husband. I wouldn't have my baby. If the detector wouldn't have woke us up, none of us would be here today.
TNT Originals. These are the stories that remain with you long after their telling. These are the actors whose talent moves you with every scene. These are the original motion pictures that only one studio could create. This is Turner Network Television. Creators of the TNT Originals. World premiere movies in your own home. Only on TNT. The best movie studio on television.
Get
Take that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
That's what makes Airplane one of our favorite movies. Tomorrow night at 8 on TNT.
Rapunzel! After a grueling night of NXTV action, it was time for our main event. The NXTV Heavyweight Championship was on the line.
Sketch just came out explosively, doing a Tyrone Andre, not backing down from his larger opponents.
But of course Tyrone Andre would dominate in pure fashion as he's known to do, and Sketch will continue to show his tenacity.
Look at that stun gun by Sketch, using the ring to his advantage, and this is what he would have to do.
Tyrone Andre proving to be the tough opponent, getting the first count of the night. Air Sketch. And Tyrone Andre continues his assault.
Sketch finds himself being victim of many counts in the early going of this matchup, but then he would switch things around and actually get a long count all the way up to an 8 on Tyrone Andre, which would prove to be a very peculiar number on this night.
Many times both men getting up at the number 8, as you see here, Tyrone Andre did, and the match would continue.
That patented right hand of Tyrone Andre, and Sketch still getting right up after that.
These men will continue to fight back and forth.
Sketch putting it all on the line, and Red Shoes began to count both of these men out.
Sketch got back up to his feet, which led to what was probably the most exciting point of the entire night.
On that table!
Don't tell me he's gonna do this! Sketch just with a huge moonsault! And run through that table! Andre is out! And the match still continued.
Both of these men wanting to be the NXTV Heavyweight Champion, and they proved it in this main event.
But in the final moments, Sketch saw the right hand coming, reversed it with an elbow, and turned it into the standing sidekick to remain the NXTV Heavyweight Champion.
Hey, what's going on, big dog, man? JJ Strong standing here. King Taurus. I mean, Mr. Pac-Man, what is going on with you guys? What's going on behind the mind of the creative genius and Mr. Pac-Man and King Taurus here? I mean, he got the heavyweight champion Sketch coming off a successful title defense, and you're the number one contender, it turns out. I mean, you know, what's going on, man? I can tell you exactly what's going on. Every time you see Pac-Man and company, you're always talking about title belts. That's the way it ought to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. Sketch, you're a brilliant young man. You're a tenacious, vibrant young man. But the bottom line is that King Taurus, he's bigger, he's stronger, he's meaner than any competitor that you've ever faced. He's the toughest and roughest. And let me tell you something. He's motivated because he's tired of losing. He's tired of losing, but he's been on top. He's been on top, and he's won just enough times just to get him that heavyweight championship title shot. So tonight, Sketch, you better be on your best. And David B. Boy, I'm watching you because I know that you're a cheater. You're so bad that you don't even turn on your own partner. Don't think I don't know that about you. When I look into your eyes, I see a snake. But when I look into the eyes of Sketch, I see a good man.
a man that's too good, and that's his weakness. That's his weakness because tonight, Pac-Man and company is going to do whatever it takes to prove that we are on top, and we will have that NXTV Heavyweight Championship. Excuse me, JJ.
Lord, I pray for wealth and power over all these motherfuckers.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And we're about to have us a non-title match featuring King Taurus. Makes his way through the crowd, along with his manager there, Mr. Pac-Man. And he's going to be meeting Sketch. And just last week, we saw Sketch, or not last week, but the last time we were on NXTV Live, we saw Sketch and B-Boy lose to Taurus and Aaron. And Taurus has found his way in that #1 contender spot. So, take a look at that man, Mr. Pac-Man. He plays a very integral role in the careers of his young sons. And it's no surprise that Taurus finds his way in that title picture. But first, he has to defeat that man. And he's accompanied by his tag team partner, David B-Boy. It's the reigning NXTV Heavyweight Champion. And there you see, he carries that gold proudly. And I mentioned it before, nobody expected Sketch to be the king of the mountain here. Many people expected it to be one of these big guys like Taurus, and you see, this is a lot like our last matchup, where, the size difference may play a role, and there you see Taurus with a clean break there. Sketch, very whimsical at the pay-per-view against the big opponent in Tyra and Andre. He seems to like to be in these types of competitions. As he stun guns Taurus, he doesn't look to be shaken by a larger sized opponent. Well, you can't be. And he's a very confident champion. And Sketch just lights up a crowd. So exciting, very popular in the UK where he's from, before making his entrance here into NXTV. And now he's gotten such a great response here as well, as he puts on the brakes and suplexes Taurus. So if Taurus beats Sketch, then he'll be getting that championship title shot indeed. But if not, then it's back to the drawing board for Pac-Man and company. Taurus and Aaron have been trying so hard to get in and stay in the title situation ever since they lost their tag team titles initially. And this is a big opportunity. So there you see Sketch being drugged into the middle of the ring, and Taurus measures him, and there goes a right hand. Sketch throws the leg. Grapples him. And nice body slam. Sketch now, the high fly, going to the top rope. Oh, and drops a leg right across the throat. Goes for the pin and gets a 2 count. Bounces him off the ropes. Tilt-a-whirl into the backbreaker. Sketch, such a fun guy to watch in the ring. Look at this. Hurricanrana
And David B-Boy watches on in full support there. Taurus working on the right shoulder of Sketch here. Not a care in the world for what the fans think, and now look at this. Sketch up on the shoulder. He's finished many men's that way. And look at this. Sets up Sketch again. This time, oh! Sketch reverses and catches him with the super kick. 2. And Taurus gets the shoulder up. At any point, Sketch can hit you with a super kick. Just completely take you out. And now, Sketch took a break just then, and that was not a wise thing. You have to stay on somebody like Taurus. Flying head scissors. Look at this. Just spitting all over the place, and finally throws him into the center of the ring. Sketch with a moonsault. Lands it perfectly. Taurus pinned down. And still a 2 count. Look at this. Taurus staggering. Oh! And again, Sketch caught him with a super kick. 1, 2, and again, Taurus kicks out. He's too big, Terry. It's going to take a whole lot to chop Taurus down. He's one of the toughest that NXTV has to offer. And Sketch is going to have to think of something massive, just as he did with Tyron Andre when he crashed him through that table at Modern Day Classic. And look at this. Goes for a suplex. Taurus gets out of it and tosses Sketch across the ring. And could that do it? 1. No, it doesn't. Both of these men have that iron will. Oh! And that just knocks the breath out of a man. Look at Taurus. Taurus has gone mad. Oh my gosh! And Sketch got a tremendous heart. Oh, look at this. King Taurus. Jackknife powerbomb. That could finish Sketch. But he doesn't want to. Kicks him in his sternum. And now goes for it. And Sketch gets his shoulder up. He thought that sequence of moves could finish off Sketch. Right hands. Oh my goodness. And Sketch is very susceptible to a wound in the head. He's been cut up in so many times. We've seen Sketch busted open so many times in his career. Sketch now, look at this. Grabs on the cards. Is he too far in the ropes? He's not. Hooks him on. 2. And he picks up a victory. Out of nowhere, Sketch tricks his bigger opponent. So many explosive high-flying moves. That flying leg drop off the top. Couldn't get it. And look at this, Taurus driving the air out of Sketch. Moonsault off the top. And towards the end of the matchup, Taurus just had a roll of devastating maneuvers. They see that super kick Not even that could take down this towering giant and Taurus. And Sketch pulled out every move he knew. And finally, he tricked the big man and was able to lock him in for a 3 count. Sketch with a very impressive victory as he continues his role as the NXTV champion. That was very shocking. I was starting to lose confidence in Sketch, and just what I did, he bounced back yet again. Our main event is next, a steel cage featuring Pasadena P, Rihanna, teaming to meet the tag team champions who will be defending, which are Tia Ray and Akira Ray, Team NVS. Stay tuned, guys, for more NXTV Live. Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Welcome to the Creation Station. We kids have been straining our brains to create this totally tasty snack. Dan & Sprinklins, creamy yogurt with a pack of sprinkles. We make them in 6 preposterous flavors, like strawberry, over there at the Strawberry Jammer. There's the banana dudes hanging out, but the secret to making Sprinklins truly stupendous is sprinkle! You can make the wildest taste you ever put in your face.
Dan & Sprinklins, the only yogurt snack with a sprinkles pack. Inside specially marked packages of Sprinklins is a Creation Station action pack that's 16 pages of fun.
Salutations! We're in Seattle, Washington. To see what Kellogg's Rice Krispies are saying. Yeah, let's go.
Mine says it's a secret. What do yours say? Don't ask me again.
Focus on Kellogg's Rice Krispies, the talkative part of this complete breakfast.
Because my friends think I'm the coolest. Not!
What do your Rice Krispies say?
Ta-da!
Goof Troop Squirters. You can soak your friends just like Max.
What's up, Peach?
I was washing the car.
No, Max!
4 squirters free with 2 proofs from Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
Take it up the ramp. Crank it in. Then wet it down with real jets of water. Take it through the scrubbers and into the super spin dryer. Now that's clean. There's also... Well, you can take the elevator to the rooftop service center for a tune-up. Check out the new cars in the showroom. Then raise the gate and go. Matchbox Motors, car wash and cars, each sold separately. Some assembly required.
It's main event time. We're on NXTV Live.
On 2 kinds of potential. Plus new ice house to sweat your warm. 1, 2, I'm Count Contessa. Yup, boo, I'm house possessor. Come to my town to get you.
These girls are making history, as this is going to be the first time that a steel cage is in the Tampa Bay Theater. As you take a look at the lovely Pasadena, who at the top of the show made event with Rihanna for the time when they had their original title match. She was not trying to hear any of what Rihanna had to say, but that seems to be water under the bridge at this point. Things got tremendously out of hand at the pay-per-view. Rihanna putting Akira through that ring barricade. She makes her way out here.
I was good on my own, that's the way it was. That's the way it was. You was good on the love for a faded.
Rihanna just completely lost it at Modern Day Classic, and there you see her right now. Is she ready for such a feat? She looks ready. She looks confident. As she teams up with Pasadena.
much different situation from what we had at the pay-per-view, seeing as all 4 women are going to be in the ring at the same time and surrounded by this cage. Now, from what I understand, the way to win this matchup is by pinfall, submissions, or climbing over the top. And I imagine we may see some girls trying to get this matchup over early and climb over the top as we await our champions. And here they come. Team Envious. Akira Ray and Tia Ray, the sisters. This is only their second title defense. Many people will consider that lucky that they made it out as the tag team champions, but of course, nothing phases Tia. She immediately agreed to the rematch once it was presented to her. And what's interesting about Tia is that she tries to get her girls and her family on the mindset that she has. Such a high-level thinker. And there you see Akira, who follows her every move. She'll die for her sister Tia Ray. Team Envious, current holders of the NXTV tag team titles, as they are about to lower this steel cage. And here we go. These fans are hot for this matchup. They popped at the sound of that bell. And Rihanna goes right at Akira. It's almost as if she envies Akira. Pardon the pun. I don't know, but look at this. Pasadena goes at Tia. Going into the buckle there and follows it up with a drop kick right to the back. Oh, man. Akira missing the splash off of the second rope there. Pasadena in the corner and gets caught with a clothesline. And a right hand to the head of Akira, or Tia rather. Akira now gets caught with a belly-to-belly by Rihanna. Very impressive by her. I think it's very wise that Miss Martha booked this matchup this way because it's just so hard to get control. Not saying that this is much control, but I guess you would call it controlled chaos. Absolutely, as I'm finding it hard to keep my eye on one thing. Pasadena and Riri are in control against the champions here, though. As there you see the champions beginning to rustle up a bit of a comeback. Pasadena comes off the ropes. Tia missing, triple combo just then. And a bulldog, a running bulldog by Tia. Right hand by Rihanna. Bit of the back. Snap suplex by Pasadena. Rihanna off the top. And she misses as Pasadena catches Tia with a backflip and then knees into the gut. Tia Ray crawling. Nice move by Akira there. And this is explosive here in our main event. Tia and Akira definitely want to keep those tag titles. It's a big part of who they are here at NXTV. And ever since they came on the scene, they shot right to the top. They wanted to be noticed. Of course, Cassidy gave them those titles, and now look at this. A moonsault off the top rope by Pasadena onto Tia Ray.
Oh my gosh, what a kick by Rihanna, who's very proud of what she's doing. And now Pasadena choking Tia. Pasadena now looks like she's going to be going for it. She's going to leave her partner Rihanna, but on her trails is Tia Ray. Oh my goodness, and a curb stomp by Riri. Akira's down. And now Tia pulling Rihanna off. Rihanna was going for it just then. That's what makes this situation so interesting, because if your partner climbs over the top and to the floor, you still have to climb over, but you're left with two people, and you would have to think about how much it would kill Akira to see her sister just in the ring, and you see Akira mocking her sister a little bit, trying to be like big sister Tia. And now look at this. Pasadena climbing one side, Tia climbing the other. They're both climbing, and they're both going out, and look at this, simultaneously, Tia Ray and Pasadena are climbing out, which leaves Akira Ray with Rihanna. And after the German suplex, Akira immediately goes for it. Riri's on her knees. Can you imagine how upset Pasadena would be? And she's going to be upset because Rihanna was not able to get up in time. And Akira and Tia Ray, Team NVS, keep the tag team titles. Well, a great performance, great moves by Pasadena. And I gotta say, even a great performance by Rihanna. But they were not able to do it. And NVS succeed. The final moments as Akira climbs over that steel cage. Meanwhile, Rihanna struggling to get to her feet. This cage was to contain these girls, keep everybody in and everybody out. And in the end, Akira and Tia, still your NXTV Women's Champions. A very strong team. And there's not many combinations of women, which makes me have the question, just how long can these girls keep that title? This has been another great edition of NXTV Live. We thank you for watching. For Gorgon and the entire crew, I'm Terry Williams. We'll see you next week.